we were talking a little bit, and this really, I think this conversation started when Jay Rose was in the hunt at Augusta, and then Adam Scott was in the hunt at Oakmont. And I think this conversation around both those players floated around the one major winner, right? These guys are too good. Their credentials are too polished to only have one major championship, right? And so it kind of got you and I thinking, who are the best players with one major? Like, who are the modern players that has one major win that we consider the best player of that, let's say of that portion of Wikipedia, right? And so we were tasked, you and I were, to rank our top 10 modern players with one major. Did you find this tougher, easier, or what you thought it would be?
So I'll be honest, when we had this conversation yesterday before StreamYard went down on me, I only had my 5. And
StreamYard kind of saved you.
With the added time, I added 6 through 10, which I felt was more difficult than 1 through 5.
Yeah. I think getting to the top was tough, but I think that bottom area, there's a lot of guys that are not going to make the list, and you kind of look at the list of the modern one major winners, and it's like, no chance they're not going to be on here. Some names also surprising when you look at their resume, both good and bad. I'll kick us off. My number 10, Shane Lowry. One-time major winner, 2019 Open champion, obviously. And I kind of wrote down credentials, Patrick. I'll read through them. 7 pro wins, including some pretty big ones on the Euro Tour. Has a WGC win, but also has a team win that he won, obviously, with Rory last year in New Orleans. Has hung around the lead at majors, but really outside of Oakmont in 2016, nothing substantial. They had that big lead there and gave it up. And then, of course, wins the Open Championship in 2019. Major records, not as good as you think. Not as many wins probably as you think he has. But I'd say a solid modern era player, and I think 10 is probably a good spot for him.
Dang. Okay. Shane Lowry outside my top 10.
Okay.
My number 10 is Patrick Reed with 7 PGA Tour wins, the Masters, 2 non-PGA Tour wins, a WGC winner. Kind of like Lowry, I guess, hasn't really played himself into the mix a ton in major championships. He's become a lot better at Augusta National. Seems like every year he's there now. Was the halfway point leader at Wingfoot, I believe, and then he shot 45 on the front 9 on Saturday, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So he's my number 10. But
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, P is on my list way higher. Not a spot higher, not 2 spots higher. I'm talking way up the list on mine when I dive into resumes. So I'm actually surprised of all people you have P. Reed so low down the list.
I felt weird putting him on the list.
Oh, I mean, he's as I started to get into who he is as a player, when you compare him to these other guys, and these are kind of I think my list at least is players that are still playing either PGA Tour or Live Golf. That's kind of the guys I have. No champs, none of that stuff. I mean, these guys are still playing high-level PGA Tour golf.
50.
Yeah. My number 9 is Cam Smith. On your list?
Oh, no.
Not on your list?
No.
Unbelievable. This is interesting.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, 2022 Open champion. I was surprised at his resume. It is not as good as you'd think. 6 wins on the PGA Tour. Of course, that includes a major and a players, but it was all kind of around the same time. 2 of his 6 wins are team event wins in New Orleans. 2 of the wins he won with somebody else. So really kind of 4 individual wins on the PGA Tour, 2 Aussie PGAs, which is big, 3 wins on Live, but all those happened, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. And this is maybe the wildest thing about Cam Smith, only on 1 President's Cup. Can you believe that? He only played 1 President's Cup. When he won the Open, obviously went to Live and then was not invited to play on that team when he was leading the points list on that President's Cup team. But I was shocked by that. I figured Cam had played 3 or 4 of those things.
That was the team that was supposed to give the U.S. a little bit of fight, right? Because you had Louis there too. Mito played well. The Leishman. Dang, that is I am rethinking my list right now.
Crazy. No Shane Lowry, no Cam Smith on your list. I'm actually interested to see where you're going. Who's your number 9?
My number 9 is Louis Oosthuizen. 0 PGA Tour wins.
Not on my list.
10 DP World Tour wins. Obviously, the winner there at the Open. and he has finished runner-up in every single major championship.
Play the music, baby. Let's go.
Well. Exactly. Play the Adele. Hit it. And so Louis number 9, just because that major record is really good.
You know what? Probably should have been on my list. I kind of feel like I omitted him, and he's probably should have been on there. But you know what I think the problem was? I don't know if I scrolled down far enough. I mean, that Open Championship, what was that? Was that 2010 or was that 2010?
Oh, gosh. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2010, wasn't it? That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
when you think about I think when you go to that era, typically it's players that you don't see still playing. I kind of forgot Louis still played, which is so wild. One of the great shots in Masters history as well, which he'll always have and coming up so close there a couple times. My number 8, Mr. Henrik Stenson on your list.
He is. He's he's much higher.
Okay. All right. 2016 Open, 6 PGA Tour wins. They're all kind of bangers, by the way. Major players, WGC, 2 FedEx playoffs, 9 DP World wins, including back-to-back TP World Tour championships, and, of course, Olympic silver medalist in 2016. Major resume's okay. It's not great. I think that's something you kind of maybe ding him on a little bit. But I would argue the most interesting duel of the modern era in major golf was Henrik at True.
Oh, yeah, by far. That was an awesome finish. Do you know who finished 3rd in that tournament?
I don't.
I don't either.
Do you really not know? I thought you knew.
No.
Was it JB Holmes?
Dang, I thought I was going to guess Andrew Beef Johnson. That was his coming out party.
Man, Beef.
Got the Arby's deal.
I wonder what the Arby's deal was worth. I hope it was $1 million at least.
Yeah, hopefully.
So all right. So I've got, let's just go. I got Lowry, Cam Smith, Henrik, and you've got
Reed, Louis, Webb Simpson.
Webb Simpson, number 8, not on my list. Give me the reason. Give me the reason.
Players Championship winner, 5 other PGA Tour wins, which honestly I was a little surprised about. Thought he had more than, of course, that U.S. Open victory at the Olympic Club. But yeah, I felt like coming out of COVID, Webb was top 4 golfer in the world. He was dynamite, and so I threw him on the list. He did it for a while, still under 40, I think, which is wild to say. Yeah,
I mean, it is crazy. And of course, as
39,
as some of the names we're going to get into, there's that opportunity. You know, if you find your game, granted, Webb not a speed master or anything like that, so it's not going to be beneficial to him the way golf's moving. But I mean, that Players, remember, he was just like crushing souls at that Players. So very impressive resume. I got Keegan at number 7. Keegan on your list?
Keegan, I got one higher, number 6.
Okay.
Or
2011 PGA.
Number 7. I have him at number 7 too. Cool.
So same spot. Keegan at number 7. First time we've agreed. 8 PGA Tour wins from 2011 to 2025, which is impressive. 4 top 10s in majors outside of his win, not great. Couple FedEx Cup playoff wins, couple signature event wins, obviously both those the Travelers and a WGC. I mean, impressive victories when he wins. I'd say you kind of look at the tournaments and there's not really many sleepers in there.
Yeah, I agree. And you look the last few years, only Scotty and Rory have more PGA Tour wins than him, which is
crazy,
wild.
Who's your number 6?
Henrik Stenson, number 6. So
got
everything
Stenson
you said, agree with.
I got P at 6.
Whoa.
Give me P at 6. Now you said 7 PGA Tour wins. Now I got to look this up because I had 9. So either one of us is wrong. Let me check. When you said 7, it might be 7. I might have typed the wrong number.
Oh no, it's 8 with the major, so 9 overall. You're
9
right.
9 total PGA. Golly, that is crazy. That's the other side of the numbers we're talking about when you think of like a Henrik or a Webb, and you're surprised by the lack of wins, if you will, just because they've been around for so long. 9 is surprising. Major, 2 WGCs, 2 FedEx Cup playoffs. Just mentioned the win and live. I forgot this, but he made a run at the 2017 PGA. Got 67, made a bogey on the last, lost by 2 to JT. An opportunity there to go back-to-back majors if he pulls that one out, because he wins the very next one at Augusta National, which would have obviously not put him on the list. And then I have him high as well because Ryder Cup resume, very good early in his career, and also part of the most epic singles match, I think, in Ryder Cup history, at least on the front 9. And he won that match against Rory. I think people forget who won that, but he beat Rory at Hazeltine and that back and forth yelling, shushing, Rory losing his mind on the green thing. So P at 6 for me.
Okay. That's fair. I can't believe I did P like that.
You did do P bad.
That's unfortunate as the homer of the group. Okay. Am I up to 5 now?
I think so.
I think I'm entering the top 5. I have Hideki Matsuyama at number 5.
Same.
20 worldwide victories, 10 of those on the PGA Tour, plus the Masters. You throw in the bronze medal as well. Where he's won is impressive. Phoenix, Memorial, Genesis Invitational. Did he win at Firestone? If not, he did now. And so Hideki Matsuyama, number 5 on my list.
Same spot for me. Number 5 on my list as well. 10 career top 10s in majors. Very impressive player. I think you said it. Just a lot of wins. Wins Asia Pacific. Obviously low am at the Masters. Like kind of decorated, if you will, across the board. And then one of the great second nines in Masters history on a non-Sunday when he went crazy after the rain delay in 2021 on that second nine was wild. Number 4 for me, Jason Day. Number 4.
Ooh,
you got him higher?
I have him one spot higher.
Okay.
It was a last-minute switch, too.
Former number 1 in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say was the best golfer in the world for probably 15 months at one point in kind of the Spieth, JT, even Rory prime. 13 PGA Tour wins, 1 major players, 2 WGCs, 2 FedEx Cup playoff wins. Bay Hill, twice at Torrey, Quail Hollow. 18 top 10s in majors, including 5 second-place finishes in major championships for Jason Day. Crazy that he's a one-time major winner during that epic run of his.
Yeah, so I had him at 4 until I saw the 5 runner-up finishes.
And you bumped him.
And bumped him over Adam Scott, who...
Wow, Adam Scott is number 4 on your list.
Adam Scott's number 4 on my list.
Man,
25.
Controversial. Wow.
26 wins around the world, 14 on the PGA Tour, plus the Masters, the Players' Championship, of course. Former world number 1. But I dropped him to 4, Shane, because his major resume, 2 runner-up finishes, 9 top 5s. It feels like he should have more than 9 top 5s, which is obviously a ton. But I just felt looking through his career, he could have squeezed more out of it. So I dropped him to 4, put J Day at 3.
Yeah, Josh, if you will, can you throw up the Wikipedia major look at Adam Scott's career? Because it is the early part of his career when he was young and he was like the next Tiger. It was bleak. And then the last 6 years have been bleak. Like all of the major success was in that little window when he ended up winning the Masters. And outside of that, it has not been great. Adam Scott is higher on my list, but it was I think there's a good argument to be made with what you said in terms of the biggest events him not playing great at.
Yeah. So unfortunate.
Yeah. Look at that. I mean, just look at that first, look at 02 to 09, just not a lot of success there. And then the back half hadn't been great. Obviously at the US Open, he had a chance and played terrible on Sunday at Oakmont. So that T12's maybe a little misleading. I don't know. I kind of think where you finish is where you finish personally about golf, but he was at least in the hunt for 3 rounds there. All right. So my number 3 is Justin Rose, number 3 on my list.
Wow.
Yep. Number 3 on my list, 25 pro wins, 11 on the PGA Tour, 8 on the DP World, 23 top 10s in majors, which is pretty wild. Obviously 2 playoff losses to the Masters, 5 second place finishes in majors. He's played on 6 Ryder Cups. As I'm reading all this, I think he should be higher on my list. Okay, by the way, I got to complain here. Can I just throw something your way? And maybe you know something better than this. Why is it impossible to find Ryder Cup records?
Oh, who was that guy? Who has
Adam Sarzen used to do
it. Yeah.
He stopped doing it on his site. He would do match play. Shout out Adam Sarzen. But dude, it's impossible to find it. PGA of America. Josh, cut this. Post it on Twitter. PGA of America. Can we put the individual records online? I'll do it. Just send me what the numbers are. I'll do it for free.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
It's impossible to find it.
Yeah, this is not good.
Anyway, J Rose reached number 1 in the world. Also won a gold medal. I've got him at 3, probably in a wrong spot. He probably should be higher. That's on me.
Yeah, J Rose is on my list. I'll probably have to get to him last, unfortunately.
Okay,
My number 2. Who was my 3? J Day. Number 2, El Nino, Sergio Garcia.
Same for me.
I believe he has 32 wins across the world, 15 on the DP World Tour, 10 on the PGA Tour and the Masters. Throw in the Players Championship victory, winningest European Ryder Cup player ever. Felt like he could have grabbed one of those from Patty.
Yeah,
back during that run, probably should have grabbed one of the Carnoustie.
The Carnoustie putt, yeah. When he blamed the guy for raking the bunker too long.
13 top 5 finishes in majors, and just countless memories, from running up from behind the tree to blaming the bunker guy to him and Tiger getting at it at the Players Championship 2 from across the fairways. Yep. Just endless stuff from El Nino. So he is number 2 for me.
23 career top 10s in majors. I have him as number 2 as well. 45 years old, which is wild in terms of Sergio. I maybe think the wildest part of Sergio's career is since the victory at Augusta, since the win in 2017 at the Masters. So 2018 to 2025, Sergio's played in 24 majors. He's missed 15 cuts, and his best finish is T12 at Pinehurst last year. Now, I've got an even more jarring stat about Sergio's career.
Please.
This might be the most jarring stat that I've ever seen about a golfer. Sergio did not win a WGC event. Do you know how many he played? Take a wild guess at how many he played.
Gosh, I am, Josh knows this. When it comes to guessing,
you're not
numbers.
Great.
I am brutal. I'm going to say he
right,
played.
I'll give it to you. 66 WGC starts and did not win one of them. How is that even possible? Never won a signature event, but also haven't been around for many of them, and no FedEx Cup playoff wins either for Sergio. His wins are okay, honestly.
I don't think he was around for any of the signatures.
Well, he's probably wasn't around for a single one, but like his wins are not as impressive as you probably remember them being. And yet he's still this high on the list because of just kind of the longevity of it. So you got Rose 1 and I got Adam Scott 1.
Yeah, and another great moment from Sergio. How could I forget his final tournament on the PGA Tour at TPC Potomac? Him yelling at the rules official saying, "I can't wait to be off this tour next week," because they gave him a penalty for searching for too long. And then obviously can't win the big one, with those being the signature events. So at number 2, yeah, Justin Rose is number 1 for me. He has a Race to Dubai title, a FedEx Cup title too. So everything you said on top of that,
probably is where he should be. I'd probably, if I did this again, I'd probably switch Adam and J Rose. I have Scott high. The resume is impressive. Obviously, won all over the world. But I think Rose is probably equal to that, if not a little higher.